Good morning and welcome to my channel. My name is Delias Parris and my channel is Indian Hen Farm. And, I had this thought and we'll see how it goes, but I thought it'd be fun to do one sort of project a week that's like a mass make. And I've got my first project set up. The reason why I've been thinking about mass makes is because when I started the channel, the idea was like to make stuff and to do instruction and tutorials, but also I do have my Etsy shop. And honestly, I've been neglecting it. I need to get my butt in gear. So the other day I was thinking about that and I was like, I need to do one mask make a week that I can then list on Etsy. The weather's getting good and I'm going to start getting my eco prints on there again, which have been doing decent. So anyway, long story short, we're going to do a mask make. This is the mask make I've got. Let me pull one out. Oh, let me pull one out. Okay. So it's this tag here. Here we go. Let's see. Like that. Okay. And what I've got is, here, I'm going to take everything out. So we got a pocket here. And I just put some writing paper in there. And I've got a belly band. They can write on the back if they want. That's light enough paper. Some of them will be light enough. Some of them probably won't. And then I did a belly band with a little pocket. And, I didn't do anything too much with this pocket because my thought was they may take it out and glue it in their journal. They may decide to do something else with it or to, sort of further embellish. So I kept these kind of clean. So they got some decoration. Oh, hold on. See? But I also wanted to leave it open enough that if they had a specific journal and they wanted to sort of add a few things, they could. I've got my little flower up here. I've got my topper. So this could be glued into a journal. Here, do I have a journal handy? Where did I put my journal? Lord. Okay, it could be glued into a journal. Let's just pretend this is a journal. It could be paper clipped into a journal, and that was my last video, right? You know how much I love things that float. You could paper clip that in. You can kind of do whatever you want with it. I did do some sewing along the one edge, so it's sewn from here down to here, leaving that pocket open. But I really like it, and I'm going to give some credit to Sevenplaza. So I really liked, she had this little tutorial on making the base. Let me see, do I have just a base? Oh, here's a base. So she took her 6x6 and did the washi tape. But I can't stop there. That's not enough for me. And I've really been playing with these belly band tags. I've actually got a few different ones I've been playing with. But I wanted a simple mask make that I could mix and match. So this is what I come up with. So let's talk about supplies. I've got some 6x6 paper. That's all I'm using is 6x6 paper. I'm lying. I'm using 6x6 paper pads. And then I've got these cheapy longer pads. What are these? Here. Let me flip this around so I can measure. This is... that's weird. That must be like 8. Hold on. Let me take one out. Let's take one out and check. Hard to measure on the packaging, right? Okay. Let's see. So these long ones are 8 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I actually love this dimension paper. But, so, I got glue, paper, scissors. I do have my washi tapes out. And you'll see why. I recommend at least 1 inch. Because this is what we're going to do. Do I have an open one? Here. We're going to do here. And this is the Sevenplaza. So she took her... Anyway, I'll show you when we're doing it. And then I've got my corner punches and my distress ink. And then any sort of a little doodads that you want to decorate. I'm going to decorate one of mine. But you may not want to decorate it the same way as me. So I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm not doing sewing on camera, but I have been sewing these, like I said. Um, Especially when I put items in my Etsy shop, I like to do a little sewing because I feel like that just elevates the entire project. So let's get started. Let's pick out, okay, you know what I'm going to do first, and you guys, so I make these strips. And I like to make a whole bunch of them because I want to mix and match my belly bands. Let me show you these. Sorry. I know I sound like I'm all over the board. So I like to have enough of these strips that when I make my tags, I can just go through and pick what I think works for each tag. So I pick a few different papers and we're going to start with that. That's what we're going to do. Okay. So let's look at my, and I'm using these, what did I say they were? 8 1/4 by 5 1/2. So obviously you can cut down 12 by 12. I mean, these would also even, I guess you only need, I mean, technically you only need a 6-inch. What I'm going to do with my scraps, so I have these little pieces, is I'll make mini tags with them. So, okay, so let me pull, the reason I pulled out these ones for me is I just think they're so darn pretty for these. Okay, I'm just going to look. I don't want anything too dark. Maybe one of these. And one of these. So we'll do 2 of those. And get these out of the way. My gosh, I have too much stuff. Okay. And I'm going to look at some of these ones, I think. Do these ones. Okay. I'm looking for pages that don't have, I'm going to do one of these. That, like, I'm not going to chop a big flower off. Maybe one of those. And let's see. I already have that one, don't I? Sorry. Okay, I'm going to do 2 and 2. Let's just start there. That should work. Okay. No, I thought I pulled out 2 the same for a second. Okay, so we're going to do this as a mass make because it's easier. So I've got my paper trimmer. And I'm going to cut these in 2-inch strips. So let me see. There's my 2. Okay. 2. I think I like this part better. Yeah. Okay. 2. This I'll set aside because I can use these for something else. Okay, here's another one. Let's see. 2. And 2. Okay. Definitely want this side. So I'm just sort of looking to make sure that when I fold it, what you guys will see, I think it'll make more sense in a minute. I don't want to end up with like some weird chopped off like chunk. Okay. 2. Hold on, is that straight? Yeah, okay, 2. And yeah, I want that piece. 2. Okay. This week I've been rocking and rolling, I gotta tell you. I'm not always. Okay, so here's all my strips. I like that these are flimsy paper. I'm going to fold them over. Now, if you had something like cardstock or whatever, You probably don't need 2-inch strips. You could just cut a 1-inch strip. I like my belly bands to be, you know, not super, super heavy, but heavy enough. That, yeah. Okay. So that's why I do it this way, just in case you're wondering. So I'm just going to fold them over because what I want actually is 1-inch strips. And like I said, if you've got different, like heavier paper, then you would know, like, oh, I don't need to fold this over and glue it again. Mine are a little flimsy, but I really like them. So I thought, I'm just going to cut 2-inch strips. Just make sure that's straight. That one's a little off. I'm just going to cut 2-inch strips and glue them together. Okay. And, you know, you could just take the entire sheet, fold it in half and glue it. But I'm a little particular about which chunk I want to use. So, yeah, this is how I do it. Because I'm a bit of a control freak when it comes to... Okay, there we go. I feel like this week is just moving so fast. Since I started teaching my class, which I love, I'm losing most of Tuesday, but not in a bad way. You know what I've turned it into is my like errand day. So, I don't get a lot of junk journaling work done though. So it makes me feel sometimes a little like, oh, I gotta really bring my game the rest of the days, which isn't a bad thing. Okay, so here's all my folded pages, and let's just glue them. And the reason I'm doing this first is because I want these to be nice and dry by the time I go to use them. So this is my first part of my mask make. Okay, I'm gonna get I like my art glitter glue. Dries super fast, super permanent. It's just good stuff. Really good stuff. Okay. And obviously, I'm not going to do all of these with you all watching because you'll probably lose your mind. Okay. There's one. And two. Okay. And let's do this one. This might end up being too white, but we'll see. Yeah. Okay. And let's do one more. Do this one. This gives us a few to choose from. So I would normally do, I don't know, however many of these, because like I said, I like to have them ready to go and mix and match, because for me, oh, hold on. If I sort of look at the paper and I hold it up against, here, I'm just going to make this up, a scrapbook sheet, I can't see it as well as if I cut all my tags and then they're just ready to go. But that's me. You might be different. Okay, so I get a few of these together, and then I'm just going to throw those back here. We're good. Now let's pick out some 6x6 paper. I really, really enjoyed this little project. It's fun. Here. Pop these in here. You know what? Let's just do it this way. Okay. Get that out of the way. Okay. I don't even know what I've got. I am using my cheapy papers. Not my really good stuff. Okay. I don't even know. That's really pretty, but I think it's going to be too dark. It's spring. Oh, that one might be cool. Let's pull that out. Okay. Put that together. Got this one. I'm weird. I like to keep my packets sort of together. Pull that one out. I'm not sure, but let's just pull it out and see. I kind of want a pattern that's interesting. Pull that out. But it's not so busy, or it's not so sort of like special that when I put that belly band down the middle, you go, oh, I lost something that I really like. Does that make sense? Oh, take one of those out. I don't know. Not sure about that one. Okay. I know, this is so exciting watching me do this. It's your favorite, admit it. Okay. Ooh. Some of these are interesting. I don't even know that I've looked at all these pads. Okay. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Out of the way. And then we go through one more just to be on the... this one doesn't feel like... Oh, yeah, it's been opened. Okay. I was like, I don't even know if this one opened. Oh. Ooh, that one's pretty. It's really dark, though. Okay. I do like that. I do like it. Maybe. Come on. Well, let's just see. Let's see if any of these work. Okay. Okay. So I got some papers here. Oh, I have these too. Oh, okay. Okay. So, this is the part that I learned from Sevenplaza, okay? So I'm going to decide what, so I'm folding this over to make the base of my tag. Where's my tag? Where's one of my tags? I'll just get one out so I can talk you through it. So just to make this piece. So we're adding some washi tape. One, because these are cheapy, ugly pads. So I think I want that on my front. Or do I want it? No. I want it that way. Okay. So I know when I fold this, this is going to be my edge that I'm going to add the washi tape on. Because this is going to be the front, this is going to be the top, right? Now, you could fold it the opposite way. You can do your pocket either way. You can do it on this side or this side. So, okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is pick out which washi tape I think will work for this. And, oh, those are mushrooms. That doesn't make any sense. Let's see what we got. I've got butterflies with, oh, you know what? That's more writing. Do we want more writing? Do we? I don't know. This is the part for me that can be, I have to sort of try and just find a way to commit. I've got, okay. I probably should have picked these out before you got on here. Before I got on here. Because I want something that kind of contrasts, right? Okay. I'm going to just pick one. I see. These are a bunch of stamps. Let's take a look. How do I get this started? Where's the beginning? Have I not used this yet? Ah, there's the beginning. Ooh. Huh? You know what? Let's just go with it. Because otherwise I could be here. Actually, I'm going to go with that one. Okay. Okay. So, like I said, I know I want this to be the front. So I'm going to put my paper here. And this is my personal preference. So I put my tape. So this is the top. I put my tape decorations facing in. But y'all obviously should do it however it makes you happy. It just made more sense to me that way. I'm going to get this angled as close to the edge as possible. I think that's good. Let's cut it and just see. Yep. So I'm flush here, which makes me happy. Okay. I'm going to cut off these ends without cutting my paper. Okay. I'm just going to stick those there. Okay. Okay, there's one ready. And now I'm going to fold just past this tape. Now, if you want, you can come up further, but I want my tag to be pretty good size. So I go just past it, which, okay. So I have this. Okay. I know it took me a really long time to get there, huh? For such a simple process. But let's just do a few more. And so I've got this one. Let me put the finished ones over here. Let's see. That's pretty busy, isn't it? That might be too busy. Let's try these. Let's just, okay. Let's see. I got this gray blue. Yeah, I want to go that way. I think, okay, so I'm going to put my tape here. So let's pick a tape. I'm just going to go with this. No? Let's do the stamps. It'll be fine. Okay. I did order some, like, I know, I told y'all I was not going to buy stuff. But you know what I found happens? It's like, you know what? That is really sticky. Okay, I'm going to go right here so I can make sure I line it up really well. Okay. I find the longer I junk journal, the more I know what I really use and like. Like, sometimes I think things are pretty. I think I must have them. But they don't really work with my style. And so they sit because I really shouldn't have purchased them. Just because it's pretty doesn't mean it works for you. Does that make sense? So I have a bunch of stuff that I was like, oh my gosh, I love that. That's so cool. And then just doesn't work with my aesthetic. Excuse me. So the longer I work, the more I know sort of when to walk away and when to purchase. Well, you know what? I committed. So we're going to put this to the side. Let's do another one. Okay. See, the thing I don't like about, well, that makes the birdie upside down. Huh. Okay. I'm going to put this to the side because I don't want to hurt the birdie's feelings. Let's go that way. Okay. And And what tape, what tape, what tape? That's way too bright. Way too bright. Too light. It's not a whole lot of contrast there. Where's the insect one that I was just using? Where'd I put you? Where'd you go? No, that's the blue. Okay, we're gonna do this one. Yeah, okay. Okay. So I use my mat and sort of measure it on the mat, and that way I don't stick it on the paper and then wish I'd moved it. Okay, I think from there. Oh, got a little wrinkle. Hold on. See if I can fix that. Okay, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. Yep, we're good. I'm getting better at getting that really close without going over. Okay. So should we just do 3 just so I can show you? Mini mask make as opposed to huge mask make? Let's do it. Okay. So that way, but like I said, I would mask make probably 10 of these at a time at least. I'm going to come just slightly over and give it a fold. Okay. So let's take a look. We got 1. I'm going to get these papers out of the way. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now let's look at our belly bands. Start with this one. What about, it's kind of bright, isn't it? Oh, I think that works. Okay, I'm going to set this pair to the side. Back here, they're stacked. Let's try this one. I think I need something kind of, and I do this sort of thing with my hands. So I can see, oh, and they're two-sided. So remember to look on, mine are at least because they're 2 inches. That's really busy. That's pretty busy. I may have gone too busy on that. Is that right side? Got some blue in here. Do I have anything with some blue? I might just commit. Let's just commit. Okay, that works well enough. It's not my favorite, but maybe it will be by the time it's done. Sometimes that's what happens to me. I don't want the green. See why I make a bunch of these and mix and match? Because I just, when I start putting them together, that's a lot of blue with that. And usually I have even more papers to choose from. I'm gonna go with that. Okay. Okay. Good is good enough. Okay, so I'm going to get, I'll end up with a bunch of these when I'm doing a mask make because like I said, the more the better. Okay, these are really big. So my square edge or my straight edge punch doesn't work. So I've got my old credit card thing, which has a big slice. So I'm going to slice, I'm going to start here. And y'all know how to do this, right? Take an old room key, cut a piece off and use it. I'm going to mark because this one's my favorite. You can do the, you know, where you just cut the paper. I like the card because it's got like a little thicker guide and I don't accidentally go off. Just make sure, okay. So I'm gonna go that way and then flip it. When I used to do it with just the paper, like you cut this corner and then you flip it over here, I would always accidentally cut into the paper. So this works for me. Okay, I'm gonna put this with this. Don't mess them up. Okay, I got this piece again. So make sure I'm nice and lined up. There we go. Okay. Then we're going to flip it. Line it up again. Okay. And this one. I'm glad I marked that because even with it marked, I keep getting that mixed up. That's funny. Oh. I'll make sure that's really, okay. Okay. There we go. So there is my base. And I'm going to ink them all. And then I will glue them. Oh. Right where anybody could see it behind everything. Let me grab my coffee. Yesterday, so my husband and I drink like the pressed coffee. In fact, we made a deal because when we met, I had a Keurig and he hated the Keurig. But I need coffee literally as soon as I wake up. Like, I can't wait. I cannot begin my day without coffee. Anyway, so he made a big deal out of like doing the pressed coffee, which I love. It tastes way better. The problem is I need my coffee now. So I told him, I said, listen, you know, I love the pressed coffee and I'm good with that, but you need to be in charge of it and it needs to be ready when I wake up or as soon as possible after I wake up. So every time he kind of is like, I'm like, nope, that's the deal. Or we can buy a Keurig again. Anyway, that being said, we each get 1 cup for sure. But then sort of whoever is on it the quickest usually gets the second full cup. And this morning I got the second full cup, so I was so happy. I know. I'm a nerd. Okay, there's that one. Let's get this one. But you're going to see, this will make me sound really pathetic. I have like the smallest container of instant coffee that if I'm desperate, I can make myself a quickie. I don't know why. It probably doesn't take any longer to actually just make a pot of pressed coffee. I'm under this illusion that I never have enough time in the day, which I don't think it's fully wrong. Do I want... See, that has a lot of blue in it. I didn't really pick anything out with blue, did I? Did I have one with more? This has blue. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Okay. Oh, I didn't ink this. Okay. And let's ink this one. Okay. Let me get these out of the way so I don't get them mixed up. Okay. I have Isabel mommy night tonight. Oh, I should have, I'm going to round the corners on the bottom, so I guess I'll be inking again. And we're on a Zelda kick, so we've been playing Zelda together. Okay, let's see. So I have been rounding the corners of the bottoms of mine because I just feel like it just looks a little more finished. So I'm using the 7mm, the middle one. I think it's, yeah. Okay. 2 and 3. Okay. It's been kind of fun doing some other tutorials with y'all. Okay, let's glue these babies. Let's get this random piece of tape off. Okay. So we're going to glue here, here, and here. So we have our pocket, right? I know y'all know that, but the minute I don't say it, someone's gonna be like, "Oh my God, I accidentally glued it wrong." even it could be me gluing it wrong. There. And there. Okay. Okay. Lordy, I already got them mixed up. Okay, it's fine. I think it was this one. Okay, guys, don't overthink it. I don't know if any of y'all have like that mind racing stuff. My mind sometimes gets the best of me. I do a lot of mindfulness in hopes that, you know, to kind of keep it under control, because I'm on step 10 in my head and step 1 in life. And the older I get, and also, you know, having my daughter change this, I'm like, I don't have the bandwidth anymore. So I try to remind myself, like, no. Tomorrow is tomorrow. Today is today. We're going to stay right here and today, and we're going to deal with tomorrow when it shows up. The other thing is, like, don't borrow trouble. Like, trying to learn not to worry. Like, you know what? It's either going to happen or it's not. And if it's going to happen, I'll deal with it if it does. Okay. There we go. I don't know if y'all are like that. I don't know. Okay. So now we have our belly bands. Okay, let's see. I was looking at, so I had the blue here. That's why I was looking at this one. Okay, usually I have my, when my daughter sits across from me, I'm like, Isabel, this one or this one? This is really busy. I feel like I should have done something. You know what? Let's just gonna walk away. Okay. Or do I want it? Let's do it that way. That doesn't bother me too much. Okay. So I do mine in the middle of this half. So I center it there. Because to me, otherwise it doesn't make sense with sort of the top, right? If I centered it with the actual tag, sometimes it looks funny. Okay. So here's my tag. I center the top. I got 1, 2, 3, and some. Okay. I think we decided to go here. Okay. Up. Get my glue up. And I do a good 1/4 inch sort of strip because I want it to be good. Okay. Great. Yeah. Okay. And then make sure it's straight. Come all the way down. I just flip this up and put a little glue along the bottom. Hold it. Okay. And we're good. And then we're just going to cut off these excess pieces. And like I said, to me, so sometimes I decide, of course, I want the middle, like this chunk. And then I don't always have enough. But to me, these are the perfect size for mini tags or mini charms or mini something. Okay, so there's one. Let's put that over here. Here's this one. I was kind of playing. Let's see. Oh, I also have, no, that's way too busy. Okay. Or do I want, I'm going to do that. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, centered across. Let's do a little glue here. Okay. I think that works for me. I usually check it. Oh, you know what? Okay. It was off a little bit. Okay, that's good. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's going to bother me. Okay, right there. Okay. I think that. Yeah, okay. It's done, guys. Commit. Commit, commit, commit. And I'm always trying to make sure this line stays straight so I don't end up sort of a little bit at an angle because I did that on one and I didn't like that. That did not make me happy. Okay, let's chop off the excess. Okay. Got a piece for a tag. Maybe I'll make those into tags and put those in with the other stuff. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. 2. And this one. Oh, I didn't ink this one, did I? Okay, do I want it? I kind of like it that way. Oh. Okay. I'm going to go like that. I think that looks kind of cool. Okay, let's ink it real quick since apparently I forgot. I think these are really fun. I like them. I would use them. Okay. So here to here. Let's find our center. Right about there. And right about here. Okay. Did I do that too high? I might have. Like going it. Oh no, I was good. I mean, I've got a little excess, but I was worried that I missed it completely. It's always nice when you don't. Okay, so there. And there. Okay. Okay. That's good. Look at us. We're just jamming, right? So it's nice. I like jamming. Okay. Okay. Okay, look at how quick. So we got 3 of these done. And honestly, most of that time was me talking, right? Because sometimes you cannot get me to shut up. Okay, this one's still a little chunky. Okay. Good. 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 Okay. Okay. So let me tell you something here. If I'm going to put a topper on, like I did on these, which I love, I like the toppers. So I'm just using a whale tag. So I have a whole bunch of these. Goes on just, you know, like that. In fact, well, okay. Okay, this is the, well, oh, I have some, you know what? I have some right here. So let's move these so I can keep showing you because I have these other ones. Okay, so let me put it this way. If you're going to sew, I would sew now. And if you sew, you probably already know this. But like I said, I just really like the sound of my own voice, apparently. I'm teasing. Okay, but I'm going to sew now. So what I did was I sewed from here to here to here to here. So all the way along this pocket. And then I left, obviously, this not sewn, right? Because I don't want a line of sewing through my whale tag. I don't like that. Okay, so let me get these out of the way. Let's grab a sewn one. But look at how, I mean, that's fun and easy, right? And I think they're cool. They're fun. Get fun. Okay, let's see. Here we go. We got some that I finished over here. Let's do this one. Okay, so I've already sewn it. And now I'm going to pick out a whale tag. I'm wondering if the green will look good. Let's look at the green. I cut a whole bunch of these and I've just got them ready. Again, so I do all these sorts of tags and then I just mix and match. And for me, that is so much faster. Yeah, I think that green is good because we got the green in here. Should we do the green? Yeah. Well, let's distress it. We'll double check. I don't know that I want to do brown. Do I want to do brown? Huh? Huh. No, green. I'm going to do the green. So I'm going to get this distressed. And guys, this little whale tag, like I said, it was under $10. And I've already utilized it like crazy cakes. So I always tell my daughter, I love you like crazy cakes. Okay. Try not to knock everything over. No, guys, we're not going to do that. I'm stopping you now. My dogs are like, but why? Okay. So I'm going to tie, this is how I do it. I glue just this first part. And get it all lined up. Yeah. And then, yeah. So then I will, is that right? Actually, okay. And then I'm going to come here and finish it. Okay. So that's, for me, if I glue the front, and I can see, obviously, it's mirrored, so it's going to fold over nicely. Okay. So I've got that. And I wanted to share these with y'all. I don't know how many of y'all have a die machine. I got these a while back, and I can't use them enough. It's like a set of 9 little flowers that you can stack. And I just think they're cute as a button. So what I've been doing is just doing, well, you saw, a little flower just off to the edge. But should we, you know what, we're going to try it this time because I didn't do it last time. Where did I put you? Where did I put you? Where did I put you? Ah. Guys, we're not going to do that. Let's see. I have this number. And I thought, I'm just going to try. Here. Okay. I'm going to try, because I don't want to do that after I've got the flower on. It's going to be in the way. But I wanted to try and see what this looked like. I wish I had some of that scorched timber, but I don't. So I do have the ground espresso. Let's try that one. Let's try this one. Okay. Make sure I don't do it upside down. It's like one of my favorite things to do. It doesn't look very dark. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to stand up. Oh. Yeah, I like that. Okay, guys, go outside. Go outside. Okay. And now let's put a flower on. Let's see how we like that. Because I wish I'd done it on the last one. Okay. So, this is me. I go crazy. If I'm going to cut dies, I'm cutting a lot. Because I do not want to have to stop and do it again and again. That's sort of the brown. See what this gold looks like. Ooh. You know what? I think I might use that gold because let's try. Because I've got the hint of gold there. Okay. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get these out of the way now. And I've got my tiny brads. I've used these before in the videos. I'll link again. So I'm going to pop one through here. Oh, I did it again. Gosh darn it. You know what I did? I meant to do this on the tag and then fold it over so the brad legs were inside, but I keep forgetting. Don't worry. I just put another flower along the back. Okay. Here's my little toothpick. Yeah. I really wish I hadn't forgotten that. I keep forgetting. I need to get these tags ready, like put stamps and stuff on them. Okay, let's see. Yeah. There we go. Okay. And so, because I screwed up back there, this is what I would do. Let's do this one. And let me show you. Actually, this is kind of good because I'm going to show you. So, I just stabbed myself with my pen from my glue. Good going. Okay. Just put another one back here. It's probably not a bad idea anyway. It just makes it look pretty. Okay. Cover up the legs. And then I've got the, these little gem stickers. You can get these at Dollar Tree. And probably anywhere else. And if you don't have those mini brads, this works. This looks really cute too. Let me show you. Just a little dot of glue. I can't do tweezers, so I kind of make a fool of myself doing it with my fingers. Okay. So that looks cute too, right? So if you don't have the brads, in fact, maybe I should just start using the gems so I don't mess up and punch the brad through. Okay. So we've got this piece, and I just take one of these long papers again. I cut it down to, let's check. Five 3/4 of an inch. Is that right? Okay. And I'm just going to fold it like this. Oh. And then I'm going to fold this piece up this way. And fold this one up this way. And that's going to fit nicely in there for their journaling page. Okay, so for these mini pockets, if you decide you want to make them, let me show you that real quick. We're just going to take, that's not the one I'm working on. Where's the one? Okay, sorry, y'all. I know, you can't take me anywhere. We got this one. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to do it. Okay. We're going to cut this. We're going to cut 1 inch off the end. So it's our 6x6 paper, right? I'm going to cut 1 inch off. Did I cut that straight? I did not cut that straight because I'm a doodle. Come on. There we go. And now I'm going to cut 3 inches into 3 inches. So I have 2 3x5 pieces. Okay. And basically we're doing the exact same thing. So Okay. So I'm going to put a piece of washi tape. And I would mass make these as well. Where did that tape go? It's right here. I'm going to use the same tape because that's how I roll. Oh, I cut it too short. I cut it too short. You know what happened? I started rushing. Okay. And if you don't want to do these little, you know, pocket cards, maybe you just want to stick a piece of paper in there. Okay. Cut these excess pieces off. Okay. Bring this up just enough. Okay. We've got excess tape on this. Let's get that off. Come on, Delias, breathe. You're not in a rush. Why do I always think I'm in a rush with y'all? Like y'all are waiting on me and I have to hurry. Maybe you are. Maybe you're like, we are. Well. I'm probably not the quickest tool in the shed, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm trying to remember that. It really is what it is. That's a little bright, but let's just go with it. Okay. I'm going to round the corners again on the bottom. And I would mass make, this is what I would do. Oh. Or what I've been doing, is mass making the base for these. So I mass make the base, and then I mass make the base for these. And then, again, mix and match. I love mix and match. Because I don't usually want the same. Is this the right dimension? Yeah. Yep. So we are going to glue it. Oh, we're going to ink it. We're going to ink it. Then we're going to glue it. Just the two sides, right? Not the top where the pocket's going to form. Okay. Get my napkin. There it is. Okay. And so again, I'll like make my bases and then I'll make these. And then I have a whole bunch to choose from when I'm putting them together. I can be like, oh, I want this piece with this piece or that piece with that piece. Because I like some contrast. I think it's fun. So there's the whole complete finished tag. And like I said, I would mass make these. You saw how it's basically the same exact idea. Mass make the base. And then mix and match and put them together. I hope you enjoyed it. I just think they're so much fun. Even if you didn't do the pocket and you decide just to do that and put something else in there, I just think that they're really cute, really fun. And I love that we get a full sheet of writing paper in here. You know how I feel. If we take writing space away, we got to give it back somehow. Okay, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. If you, I would love it if you liked and subscribed. I would love it if you shared the video. And if you have any questions or comments, you know, just go ahead and leave them. I do respond to everything. Okay, enjoy your day. Bye-bye.